Hi, I'm Phoebe Nabors of Neighborhood Books, and today we're going to be talking about Chapter 6 of Dragonsoul. Now, in this chapter, Connor, Aleisha, and the dragons have arrived at Puko and are there to ask the dictator, Briganti, to help Aleisha learn how to control her magic. But that's not really what we're going to be talking about today. So there is a character in this chapter named Fortuna. Now, the interesting thing about Fortuna is that though she is a regular woman of regular age, she is not immortal, she does not have magic, Connor, who we know to have been an adult traveling with dragons for over 100 years, responds to her as if she is his mother, or at least his mother figure. So I want to dive a little bit deeper and tell you some of the backstory of Fortuna, because that never gets explored in depth in the books. So Fortuna is one of those girls that she was motherly before she was old enough to be a mother. She was the one that would always find the injured animal and nurse them back to health. You could always find her caring for one of the new mother's brand new children while the new mother got some rest. She just had the strongest motherly instinct of anyone in the entire village. And so when she met Connor, she was only 15 or 16 years old, but knowing that he was a magic user, she realized that he had outlived his parents by several decades already. And so she took it upon herself to become his new mother. She really acted as his mother, and he, in turn, showed her the honor and respect one might to a mother figure. So as the years went on, and Fortuna grew and married Ignatius and started their family, Connor was right there along with them as a supportive uncle to their older children, as a loving son to Fortuna and to some extent to Ignatius, but they never really had that bond because Ignatius just kind of inherited this adult child person. So when Fortuna is introduced in this chapter, you'll see she's very excited to see Connor. She hasn't gotten to see him since the funeral that was described a couple of chapters earlier. But she's also very excited to meet Aleisha because, as many mothers do, she sees her son figure with a woman and immediately jumps to romance. Connor very gently lets her down, but you can't kill the optimism of a mom, am I right? So Fortuna welcomes Aleisha into the city, shows her around a little bit, gets to really help her settle in to the room that they provide for her. And you will be seeing Fortuna quite a bit in the chapters to come, but I just wanted to give a little bit of a background for her because to me she's such an interesting character that just makes no sense how she got there in the context of the rest of the village. She's just a unique character in this setting. Unique except for her granddaughter. Her granddaughter is very much like her, and we'll meet her later. Now, for everything else going on in Chapter 6, Puko is a village that has gotten to benefit for an extended period of time from having a resident magic user. Briganti, as you may remember, is not only a dictator, but the very first Dragonsoul dictator, which means he is the most powerful one. And so he, having lived here for many centuries, and having therefore had his chosen babe live in Puko as well for many centuries, has really formed the village and imbued it with magic in almost every way, even to the extent that the houses and buildings in Puko from the outside just look like regular forest trees. But as you approach them and enter in through the magically hidden entrance, you discover that they're much larger on the inside, turning into these massive columns of spiral staircases that lead to rooms that are simply the hollowed out interior of the branches of the tree. The people of Puko live in luxury that many other people could never even imagine, having things so easily available to them, such as indoor plumbing, as Aleisha gets to discover at the end of this chapter. Now, the room that Fortuna has shown Aleisha to and shown her around is going to be her home base for as long as she would like to live here. For any friend of Connor is a friend of Brigante's as far as he's concerned, and so he will happily train her, and she will be welcome here for as long as she desires. Now, if you'd like to find out how all of that goes, I will have the book linked in the description below. I will also be back next week. Thank you.